It's nothing but melted buildings. They will tell you some ooga booga caveman came here to carve this or something. Do you think people with donkeys and chisels got some bricks all the way up there? Alright, welcome back once again to the channel. It's been a while since my last red brick video, so I think it's time for another one. And we are also gonna test out my new fake green screen technology. Just for fun. So, yeah. Melted buildings, let's get to it. If you're new, if you haven't seen any of this kind of content before, if you don't understand the concept of melted buildings, please check out my 2 documentaries on my YouTube channel. You will find them there. Check out number 1 and then number 2. Please do that beforehand, before watching these more recent uploads, so you can better understand what the whole idea behind melted buildings is, okay? And yeah, I think we can just get started. I don't need to talk too much shit about other things, I think. So here we are inside a melted building. They will call it, you know, a cave or something, and they will claim that somebody built here this archway, right? But as we know, these are all mangled, fried, cooked out red bricks. Their shape and properties were changed, altered states of matter from extreme heat during this cataclysmic event, and the whole building melted. And this is what it looks like now, okay? This is what they call a mountain, but it just got more melted here, okay? Different stages of altered states of matter. So here they are still separate objects here, okay? They are not bricks anymore, they are more like rock, okay? They think rock is a natural formation or a naturally generated material, but it's not. It's nonsense. It's a melted building. And some of these pictures I think is from Deborah on the Facebook group, and some of them are from Mark, and then I got a bunch of them from Instagram. Which isn't the greatest photos, you know. Instagram is a photo sharing app, but you know, when I save the photos, it's not meant to save photos from it, okay? So I just have to take a screenshot and stuff, and yeah, the photos ain't the best, but you can still see what it is. And of course I got stuff from Yandex, some pretty cool, fascinating, interesting stuff. We're getting to it. So here is another archway, all blocked up, of course, and rocked up, and it goes into here. This section was more mangled, okay? Nobody ever built like this. It's inside a melted building. They call it a cave. No such thing as caves. So here you have the whole archway, half of it. This side is too mangled. Here you have it, the whole way here, all blocked up and rocked up, of course. Same deal, just a slightly different photo. I don't know if these pictures are taken, screenshotted from a video or what's going on, but you can still see what it is here. So here is inside another so-called cave, and you have this fried brick wall here, all turned into what they call rocks and blocks, and of course archway in here, and it's blocked off. They don't want people in there, okay, because, you know, it's a building. They don't want people to know, so they keep people out of many of these locations. And here, this is a very good photo, where you can see the red brick building still here, but it's fused into this section here, which is more mangled, swollen here, more heat damaged to the left here, and something happened above it as well. Very interesting photo here. I think Deborah shared it. Thank you. Just wonderful. It's inside a melted building and they call it a cave, okay? And here as well, completely mangled. You have remnants of a cooked out stairway here, looks like, and the rest ashes. Looks like it turned into ashes. Not the clearest photo, but you can still see the brick wall here on this side. You see the bricks all the way here. And yeah, completely cooked out. And this is from Mark, I think. Our Melted Reality. Check out the other channels in the description box to learn more about Meltology, and also the Facebook group Melted Red Brick University. Okay, to find and see a bunch of content like this and photos, if you want to learn, of course. So here we have a pile of fried, cooked out red bricks just laying here. Lots of it turned into ashes here. This is what they call dirt or mud, right? Many people believe there was a mud flood, but it was never. It was a melt flood, okay? Everything will... the thing about meltology is everything will start to make so much more sense, okay? Because, yeah, you can call it a mud flood, but technically it's not mud or dirt, it's brick ash, okay? So you can see stuff is buried, that's good, but then you have the unanswered question: where was the mud coming from, and how did the mud, you know, come to the top of so-called mountains, and how did the mud create such heat, obviously heat damaged structure, okay? Mud can't do that. So everything is explained with meltology. That's why it's so important. So here we have a bunch of red bricks again, just laying here in the middle of nowhere, probably. But they have been cooked out. As you can see, they are not in a very good condition anymore. And of course the mainstream dumbfuck geologists will call it water and wind erosion or something, okay? It's absolute madness and insanity what these people are teaching the children. So here, archway, brick archway, cooked out, all swollen up, blocked up, and surrounded with ashes here. Brick ash, okay? This is brick ash. And plants, yeah, they can really grow and thrive in this here. It has a lot of energy in it still. So that's why you have plants growing here. But many people believe it's a natural... many people believe it's the earth, okay? This here. That's not the earth. That's a melted building. It's in ashes now. Okay? There is a huge difference. If you want to learn how your reality works and what happened here and your true history, and attempt as a human race to get out of this mad society we live in, this enormous plane-wide mental asylum, then you know truth is important, and I'm here to deliver it to you. Don't worry. Yeah, more cooked out red bricks here, turned into blocks. We have seen this plenty of times before, the same kind of damage, surrounded with ashes, of course. And here, this is the Grand Canyon, and it's all just, you know, here you can see the melt flowing out, you know, away from the building, just going away from itself, flowing out here. This is all melted red bricks. Yeah, the cities were enormous, but the population numbers were also enormous. So they had this plane-wide electric city, which was short-circuited and fried, and it melted. So these used to be like components. You can still see some of the pockets of survival. Very often they call them churches and, you know, government buildings and stuff. That's the building components that survived this cataclysm for some reason. And you can see the antenna-looking antiquitech on them, and you know, you just see you just get a better understanding of what this place used to be, and how big of a shithole it have turned into, or what the enemy turned it into, of course. And here, I think this is the Instagram photo, so you can see that the resolution ain't the best, but you can still see here bricks all turned into blocks here, huge melt here, a huge rock curtain coming down, starting to cover the building from above. You see doorways in here, arches, columns, windows, apertures, all kinds of stuff in here, which of course it's impossible to build like this, and of course the dumbfuck caveman carving theory and nonsense, and the flying magic donkeys to transport all this material is of course just absolute ridiculous. So here, this is a good photo because you can see the structure here at the top is still very recognizable as a man-made structure building, but the bottom part, look here what happened to it when it started to melt and get swollen and mangled and just fucked up from the heat. Short circuit excuse me, short circuit coming from below and surging through these building components and just melting them. Okay, so this is altered states of matter. You can see the color here and here is the same, because it is the same, basically. It's the same material, just different stages of altered states of matter. Okay, that's what you need to understand. So it's a pocket of survival, and here of course the bricks all turn into rocks here and just all completely cooked out. Okay, you can see here it's so dried out and cooked and mangled. It's destroyed. Nobody built like this. There was no Ooga Booga caveman. Okay, here, similar to the one we saw, you see the bottom part or the lower part is all melted here, swollen up and just mangled. And you see some of the building here, some of the very top survived. It's fused into here. Nobody ever built on top of here, and you wouldn't either. Okay, and then you have more sticking out here on this side. And here just another melted building. Excuse me, my throat a little bit sore, and but yeah, don't worry about it. So here they call this a castle. It's an old wall building. Used to be some kind of component on the circuit board, and it's all cooked out and heat damaged. You can see the melt flood coming here, a material flowing away from the source, which is the building, and that's what many people think is a mud flood or something. Not the clearest photo either, but here you have some kind of structure, and it's just looks like it's just melted it basically into one chunk here or something. I don't know. And they will claim this is carved out of a so-called mountain, right? Just a pocket of survival. And here, this one is very good because you can see the top cooked out, but still survived, and you see the heat climbing up the wall here. Okay, wall climbing, and it's getting swollen here from the heat, and we get altered states of matter, and the bricks changes properties. Okay, they can get swollen, they can get balloon rocked, they can just melt. You know that red bricks doing magic tricks is what we used to say. Because it all depends on the amount of electricity possibly flowing through here, and pressure, and the duration, and you know, many factors play a role here to make the bricks decide what they want to do. If I can talk. So that's why we see so many different levels of damage. Okay, so here you have another pocket of survival. The very top survived, and the rest here is just all melted and now they think it's a natural formation, but it's not. It's melted building. See here, you can see it's climbing up the wall, swelling it. Okay, it's just impossible to build like this here, fuse the bricks into the so-called mountain there. It's not what's happening. And then you have small pockets of swelling, heat expansion and stuff going on all over the place here. Pocket of survival. And here I saw this on Facebook. I don't know if it was Ivaldas or Odin, not sure, but you see here the damage to the bricks here, okay? Because you see the bricks in here, mangled of course, deformed and everything, but then look here, how they are looking now. It's all melted here, okay? This is all melted. And some of the bricks survived, because that's when you short circuit a circuit board, not everything will melt 100% evenly, okay? That's easy to look up videos to see if you want. And that's the same you get here. It all depends on the electricity, and here you had more heat in this area than this area, okay? And you can see they had access to red bricks here. They could lay them perfectly, especially in the background. See here, they could do all of this. So why do this? Alright, this is the questions you need to ask yourself. Why, when you have clear access to red bricks and you know how to lay them, why do you do this, right? Does this look like water erosion, wind erosion, when you have these rocks in here, blocks, and yeah, it's just cooked out and fried. Absolute cooked out. It's heat damaged. Very similar photo. I think this was shown on Spartan Red's chill out zone one of the days. I'm not sure where I got the photos from. It's a while ago. And here you have the bricks, and see here, transition here from bricks to just mangled melt. That's what we are seeing here. This if you're watching this video here just out of pure coincidence or something, if you just came across this and you're seeing this, you're getting delivered a very important truth about your reality now. So don't forget any of this stuff. Just keep watching the videos, and you will eventually, if you don't see it immediately through the videos, you will eventually start to see it out in your world, okay? And recognize the damage surrounding you everywhere you go, okay? So just keep watching, and I hope you find it interesting if you want to learn. So here you got bricks again, and you can see they're starting to get deformed, scorched and cooked here. And one of them just blew up to this big block here, and the rest of them just completely mangled. You can see the bricks are changing shapes, and because they're melting, and stuff happens to stuff when they melt. So we can skip this. Here is the whole wall, just been fried, with an old wall structure in the back. Let's see, we don't need to take too many of these photos, but you have one brick all up in there. Who built this? Like, okay, we're gonna use red bricks here, then we're gonna use a melted looking rocks and bricks in here, and then, oh, we need a little piece of red brick in here, you know? Nobody ever do that, and neither would you. And here you got this brick dome, old wall structure, clearly. This is what I mean with components, alright? So you got this very antenna looking technology on the top here, okay? This is all technology, and the whole thing here, okay? So when you go from the top, you see why built this, okay? Supposedly this is built by a dumb ancient civilization, you know, who didn't know what was on the opposite side of their village, right? That's what they claim. But when you see these structures here, and when you can see how it's looking very electric, how it's going down, and you have all of this. Why do all of this? It's for aesthetics, okay? But a dumb, unadvanced civilization cannot build this. Okay, those people are building sheds in the woods and stuff, right? This is a massive, enormous structure, and they are everywhere. Who built this? And is it technology? Is this a component on a bigger scale circuit board similar thing called the Earth? I don't know, but I'm just presenting this to make you think. Here is more stuff, you know. This is glorious architecture. It's slightly heat damaged, of course. It went through the event, but it survived. And you see this little copper dome, antenna looking thing, and then you have another one on the top here. You know, what is this? Why do you do this? Maybe it's a machine. Maybe this whole thing here, maybe they had free access to free energy, right? That's what we believe so far, just by analyzing the architecture and stuff. And here you have a little pocket of survival sticking out here. Just little section of the building survived, while the rest is now, you know, looking like this here. And they call it a mountain or something. You can still see brick lines in here. All these lines. Just this little section survived for us to see. Okay, that's why. Another little red brick structure just in the middle of nowhere. Abandoned. Just left there. Pocket of survival. All surrounded with the plants who love, as you can see, to grow in the ashes. And you got some mounds of ashes in the back here as well. See them? Mounds of ashes. Those buildings just melted all down. Okay, just piles of ashes now. And here another one. You see this structure here just going into the so-called mountain. It's full of pockets of survival all over the place here. Pockets of survival, inherited infrastructure. All of this was already here. We found it, or someone found it and claimed they built it. Okay, they took the credit for it. It's nonsense. This is all inherited infrastructure, melted buildings. You have buildings sticking into the so-called mountain here. You never build like this because it's all melted buildings here. Just some of it survived. Because that's what happens. And again, notice the antenna looking stuff on the top of many of these buildings. Fried bricks all turn yellow, and you just have these little things chilling here, fused into the melt. Pocket of survival, pockets of survival. See, this all used to be a building. And here in the water, I have a couple of better photos coming up. This is just some Instagram stuff. I think it's just low resolution, but we're gonna check it out. So you have this pocket of survival, and you got some bricks in here. You got some very melts. Not the best photo. You got looks like a cylinder of mangled bricks here, and a huge melt here. Let's see. Here you go. Okay, now for some of the Yandex stuff. Okay, I know you guys love the Yandex because yeah, so much better. Fuck. Okay, so okay, now we can go into the detail a little more, guys. So you got some red bricks here and some kind of archway, but just look here at the melt and how, you know, scorched and smooth cooked it has become here. Okay, you got some bricks up here, some swelling going on. You know, it's just, this place is very weird. I got more photos. And then in here you got just scorched, rocked up bricks in here. It's just incredible, this place. And more swelling and cooked out bricks here. Maybe a faint remnants of some kind of stairs here, I don't know. But just look at this damage here, guys. Okay, I don't really need to say anything. I can just show you the photos. It's just, and you can see for yourself. You guys know. Just remnants. Enormous melt bridge here managed to survive somehow. And then the top also, classic old world architecture, also managed to survive. And here it is again, slightly different angle, and you can see this whole cooked out brick wall here, while this section here is all swollen and doing weird stuff, you know, red bricks doing magic tricks, just weird. Very weird stuff. And then of course you have people here jumping from it, having no idea what it is. They don't know they are jumping from a melted building. And here, slightly different angle again. Here is this archway and this brick wall, and you got more red bricks all up in here. You got this little structure still there. You got some melting, altered states of matter going on all over right here. Very, very crazy location. And by the way, if you want to find a location, I'm too lazy to give a damn, because I use Russian search engine, and everything is in Russian, and I need to translate and everything. I just don't care, and then I need to edit all the photos and put the location on there because I can't remember it all and everything. I'm not gonna do it because I simply don't care where it is, because it's on the earth I live on and you live on. It's somewhere, doesn't matter really. But you can reverse image search here. You just take the screenshots and you reverse image search it, and you will you can find it for yourself. If you call yourself a researcher, you can do it, I'm sure. So here you have it from afar. You got this building here, and then this, and you see this side too, all just cooked out and recognizable right here, with something still sticking out right here. And this is the whole island, and something sticking out here as well, melted, sticking out up through the flood waters. Yeah, that's the flood waters. So here you got a crazy very mangled building. Everything here is just turned into this mess here. You got some kind of archway here and some kind of railings going through here. Got some more stuff, archway in here, and this also just melted, and some little more stuff here. Very cooked out, and it started to tilt to the side a little bit and slide this way, you know, towards the right. It looks like it, at least. And a very level horizon here, and of course the rays from the sun, which you can track up here. You see the angles. Just gonna show you here very fast. Just notice that just now, I'm not gonna bother too much, but you can draw a line at this rays here, and you can, you know, you can track the sun to be a local source of light. Okay, they claim it's 93 million miles away. It's all bollocks. It's a local source of light because you don't live on a spinning testicle in a vacuum. So here, I think I've shown you this before maybe, but I show it again because there is always new people showing up, and I love it. I love to see it. Yeah, you got Pocket of Survival with a lot of melt swelling and here turning into block lines just swelling, getting cooked out here. Nobody ever built here around all of these different shapes on this unstable material. Nobody did it. It's a fried building, fried, cooked out pocket. And here you got this is similar to the island we saw. You got some scorched bricks all over the place here, and then you get this kind of stuff again. This is very similar to a couple of photos ago. And some swelling action going on here. More melt and swelling, and just look at it, what happened to it. This is all melted. Altered states of matter. And then of course you have the densification process, and now it's just rock solid again. And a pocket of survival on the top. See here what happened here. Got these bricks turning into a little bigger blocks, and then look here, they're just churning here, cooking and getting all fucked up. And here, yeah, look at this building. Red brick building, cooked out, lost a lot of its color, and it's just mangled, and they will probably say it's water and wind erosion or something. Okay, just churning here. And you still have this plumbing from the old world. Many places are still pumping water, as you can see here. And you know, we call it waterfalls and stuff like that, but it's, you know, where is the water coming from? Flowing huge amounts of water all year, every day, every year. Where is the water coming from? From the tops of so-called mountains, right? Where is the water coming from? I'll tell you, it's plumbing. It's still running water through these buildings which are destroyed. So you got mangled statue, artwork, whatever they used it for here. Got something in here, pumping out water. Got some, you know, imagine what it looked like before it melted. Of course, carbon-14 scavengers, the moss taking over here, hiding stuff for us. And here, I have shown you this before, but as you can see, I'm showing it again. Because here, it's very interesting here, because you got this woman here, this fountain thing, pouring water out from a bucket or something, right? Which is recognizable as a woman, you know, you can see her. And then you see right here, it's just this, it's been melted, guys, okay? So, it's been melted. So here, the water is still coming out, but just look at the shape and texture here. Here the water is still coming out, but you know, it's just mangled. But look at all the water coming out. Where is it coming from? You have this all the way around here. I would guess it's supposed to be some kind of creature or being here. You know, man, woman, a dog for all I care, right? But it's been all cooked out. But the water is still coming through. Okay, see? So it's a lot of pressure too. You know, it's yeah. How? And then the background completely mangled, covered with the plant life, so it's probably hiding important details for us here, maybe, I don't know, but you can see some cooked out bricks in here and there, and just the melt, some statues and stuff in here. Here we have some kind of archway, and here, going into the bush here, some kind of old wall bridge full of archways. We have seen this before plenty of times. Very good photo though. Another island, and you just see melted brick lines all over the place here. It's just all melted brick lines and just cooked out. I got more photos from this place. So here as well, see brick lines, remnants of arches possibly in here, columns and just brick lines all over the place, stairways, and of course sitting in the floodwaters. And here just some kind of structure which is collapsed. You see the archways here, this one collapsed, mangled, cooked into bigger blocks here, huge piles of rubble down at the water level here. Just yeah, a ruin. You see what the fuck happened here. What happened? I don't know. Because these buildings are durable, you just don't destroy them very easily like that. So yeah, I don't know what happened. Another little island, and you see some pockets of survival sticking through, basically, yeah, all the way around, and some stuff sticking up through the melt as well. Pockets of survival here, pockets of survival, and then yeah, the whole, it's just a huge melted building here. And this is a huge melted building as well, and you can still see there is something here. Remnants of whatever it is, wall, I don't know what it is, but something is still there, sticking up through these mounds of brick ash. See here too, something is, you know, still there. No idea what it is, but it's there. More pockets of survival just here at the bottom. Heat from the bottom, swelling it, mangling it, and doing this to the bricks, fucking it up, and turning it into this disgusting garbage. Okay, it's absolute destroyed now. It's mangled. It's nothing left here, and goddamn liars are telling you, and our children, that it's a natural formation and that somebody built here, when the whole thing is a building. And it's very, very important, because I thought the schools were there to teach us things and not deceive us, so they can control us and feast on us. Huge mound of melted building in the back as well. And I think we saw this one, but this is a slightly different angle, so you can see a little bit more stuff, maybe. So you got this brick wall here, all cooked out, of course. But it's still a wall and a structure, and up here, yeah, you can see for yourself. You see something here as well. Archway, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. Pockets of survival. And here, is this the island we just saw? I think it is, but this is a more better, clearer, better photo. So yeah, you see swelling, brick lines cooked into block lines, mangling, swelling up in here. Melt, you see stuff sticking up, walls or whatever it is here. You see something here, you see something everywhere basically, and especially here. Pockets of survival. I don't know if there is people in here, or, you know, if it's just left here. I'm not sure. And here here you got this bridge, and you see all the way here you can see the bricks. I just want to show you the bricks so you can see the transition and the different damage on the bricks. You see bricks turn into blocks and rocks and melt, and just, yeah, red bricks doing magic tricks. It's the best explanation. See here, turning into bigger blocks at the bottom, while here there are still bricks and rocks. Just a huge fried structure here. And of course the one in the back, I've shown this before as well. You got a little pocket of survival on the top, and you see lines here, brick lines. So this section here, that which melted, it looks like it tipped over and slid down to the right into the water here or something. I'm not sure. Very crazy to, you know, it's very difficult to see this event before you in your mind when you don't know how it happened, or you know what it looked like. You can get ideas and stuff, but you know, to get an exact replica in your mind is like, at this point, not possible. But as long as we educate more meltologists, maybe eventually we can do it. I don't know. So you got pockets of survival here, red bricks cooked out, rocked up, blocked up, Got some brick lines in here, and a huge swelling mess up here. Huge swelling mess. Pockets of survival again. Technology looking architecture, cooked out, and a level horizon, which it always is. No matter how high up in the air you go, it's always level. Unless you use a fisheye lens, of course, and if you take 60 something million dollars every day from taxpayers to pretend you go in space, that is, it's always level. So you got a little pocket of survival with some archway, cooked out, melted, swelling bricks. And yeah, this one is unrecognizable. It just melted like ice cream, basically. And here you get this weird stuff again. This weird texture and swelling action going on here. Whatever it is, but it's the heat damage, okay? And here as well. You see brick lines still in here. And I think, let's see. Wasn't this photo, I think. Yeah, we'll get to it if I have it here. Pockets of survival, again, dome, looking possibly like some kind of stuff. Antenna were removed, which they do many times to hide what they used to be, these buildings. But you very often see domes with antennas on them. And just look at, you know, the White House and stuff. So here you got huge swelling, just a huge mess here. You see the plants coming in here to feast on the ruins of the old world here. You see some kind of archway in here, which is filled out from the melt from the inside, I think. I don't think you can go in here, but you can see it's an archway. Got some opening, aperture, whatever it is here. Stuff into the goddamn so-called mountain, which is a melted building. Yeah, pocket of survival. And here I just found this fascinating. It's heat damage. You can see here what happened to the bricks, but I don't worry too much about it. That I just want to know what is it, right? What was it used for? Just for artwork, or does it have a function? I'm not sure, but it's clearly, obviously from the old world. It's a pocket of survival, and again, the plumbing is still working. And here a huge so-called cliffside, and you see some of the brick structure is still in here. Pockets of survival, nobody built like this. Just this survived, while the rest is looking like this, okay? It's not that difficult. You got one here too. Got a little pocket of survival here, and the rest looks like this. And here, pocket of survival as well. Old world stuff here. Inherited infrastructure. None of us built it. And here you just see it. I just found this building very, very beautiful and gorgeous, and I wanted to show it to you. Just the architecture, and you got these domes with antennas again. And it's massive, okay? It's enormous. Pocket of survival, cooked out bridge, walkway, whatever it is, archway, sitting in this mess down here. Huge mess, huge melt. I think that's an Instagram photo. It's not the best. And then it's this is in Luxembourg, I think. I'm not 100%. I mean, it's on Earth. Sorry, excuse me. It's on Earth somewhere, and you got archways, cooked out bricks. Let's see the texture here, and this structure here is just going straight into this section of the building, which is all melted. Okay, you see the brick lines cooked into block lines. This one goes into it here. Got more stuff over there. And then you still see here you got some kind of archway in here under this rock curtain melt, whatever it is. And then you got more apertures and remnants up here, still in there. And then the very, very, very top still bricks here. Swelling and melted building here. This is a structure that's melted. Here it is again. Just here you see this going just straight into it for no, you know, logic reason, because it's not whole anymore, because it's looking like this now. This melted building here is just all melted. See, swelling. You see here how it's starting to get swollen from here and just expand from the heat expansion is what we call it. And it's just a huge mess. It's a melted building. Pockets of survival all over it. On this side, on top of it, on the bottom. But the wall, mostly here, is also all melted. And you got more old wall stuff in the back here. With all these arches. Got a little dome up in here. Yeah. And another structure I saw, I think it's in Russia somewhere, I saw it on Instagram, and it's just weird. It's all wooden and it has a bunch of this onion domes, technology looking, whatever it is. Found it fascinating. I don't know where it is, neither do I care too much. Also from Instagram, it's just amazing to see some of these travelers who are taking these photos. They are drawn to these buildings and stuff because they find them fascinating, which we all do, basically. And they take photos and they show them to us, and it's just glorious to and just very thankful to have all these hikers and stuff going out to take photos to share with the world, because I don't have the opportunity to go to all of these places. I just have a little area here in Norway I can go to. So yeah, but you see the different stages of altered states of matter. You see the bricks all change shape, did weird stuff in here. But see here the texture, and again notice the color, it's the same stuff. Here you can see the texture, you can see it was all melted. You got viscous holes here, air trying to separate. You got a rock curtain coming from above here, melting over, starting to bury the building. Okay, this building is inside the melt, but it survived. This little piece here survived. The rest is looking like this mess. It's a melt. See here? You can see it was all viscous and stuff. Yeah. And here, pockets of survival out on a so-called island, and it's a huge melt, and it's just sitting there. And again, if you're not aware, I did a different video, the one before this, which could be important to help you reconsider what you eat. If you eat at places like McDonald's, KFC, Burger King and stuff like that, because it's some weird stuff going on. So check out that video if you haven't. I think it's very important for people to see. So check it out. If you understand it, share it on social media, your friends and stuff. Because this madness gotta stop. Okay? That's why I'm making different videos like this as well, to get people educated. So yeah, that was all the photos. That was many, 71 I think. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Eagle Eye Crew and everybody watching. New Meltologists, more advanced Meltologists, everybody, I just hope you enjoy the video. Hope you learned something, saw some interesting photos, and I hope you had a good time. I will premiere this. I've just gotta upload it and stuff first, and I hope I can do it tonight. But I don't want it to crash with Spartan's chill out zone. So I just have to see. If I can't, I will do it tomorrow instead. But yeah, we'll see. You'll see me when you see me. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Much love to you. I will try to make more videos in the future. I say that every time, but you know, sometimes I just get really busy with other things. So yeah, thanks guys. Love you all, and take care. Be nice, be good, and melted red bricks to you. Okay, goodbye.